Hello. So for this video I will be making some tapping sounds, which is a common favorite trigger for many people. And if it's not a tingle trigger, it would be an ASMR relaxational trigger. So I figured after my last video where I told about what's been going on and what's happening in my life that I would share just an ASMR video that was more positive and just, about something completely different. So the reason why I titled the background of this, as you probably already noticed, story of my first ASMR experiences, is I actually, as a child, I used to get the ASMR experience fully. Now, growing up, I guess around kindergarten, it was around when I was 6 years old, I would get into a trance. I guess through 3rd grade that would happen, where when a girl would talk softly, or the teacher or anyone would talk softly because we were made to whisper. So every single time they told us, whisper, you need to whisper. So every time someone would be talking like this right here, or whispering like this, and or just talking, stutter, just talking softly in general, I would begin to get in such a relaxed state that I can't explain it to this day, but I would not even be able to hold my pencil that I was writing with. When I was writing something, they would be talking softly or whispering. And I couldn't even hold the pencil without practically dropping it. It's like all of my motor skills, my motor senses, the motor neurons were not firing. And it's like my motor skills were not working at all. And I would go into this trance. And that's what happened every time someone would whisper to me or talk softly. But they would always say, whisper, 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 whisper. And use your inside voice. Use your inside voice. Use your inside voice. Use your inside voice. I'm sure that's a common statement you got told as a child, to always use your inside voice. And so that's something that they made us do in elementary school and actually throughout the years of school. And I had some annoying, horrible teachers. And the principal in elementary school, they were awful. Only 2 of them were any good. My 2nd grade teacher and my 4th grade teacher. They were awesome, very kind, very sweet, and very, very nice and compassionate. The others did not. They were just made a thing to I don't know, they just weren't nice with me. And I was always very nice to people, still am. I don't know. You get people like that. In those classes, I actually got in trouble for saying excuse me and sorry. I said, oh, sorry, excuse me, because I bumped into someone. And she said, I said no talking, and sent me to the office. I was like, really? And I had dread every time I had dread. I had so much dread every time I had to go to the principal's office because she was so hateful and mean, always picking on me. But anyway, moving back to the positive experience, I had an ASMR experience that was like, I would always make these mouth sounds that I didn't understand why I was doing that during nap time in kindergarten back then. In, I guess, 2001, when I was in kindergarten, I would actually always I would take nap time with this sleeping bag, and I would get in the sleeping bag, and this little Pooh doll of mine, this Winnie the Pooh stuffed plush doll, stuffed animal, I guess you'd say, Winnie the Pooh. and that was what my mama gave me to bring with me. And I would always if I happened to lay down next to the bookshelf, I would always do inaudible whispering as well. And I bet I must have seemed so strange, but everyone else was already asleep. But the only way I couldn't explain why I liked it, but I liked it. So I would just go like, and anyway, things like that. I would just randomly do that to myself. I would talk to myself, and I would do this with the bookshelf in kindergarten. So back in kindergarten, I would do that, or I'd go like, and I was like, and I was doing that in kindergarten, and I was like, why the heck was I doing that? But that was just something that I did. I would make mouth sounds and tapping. I would also tap with my nails. Like, if my nails grew out, I would do this. Sorry, tapping on the screen. That's what I did. If I had longer nails, I would tap, and it would calm me down and relax me, while other people would think that's crazy. But then I would actually I did the whole ASMR experience in kindergarten through early 4th grade, and didn't even know what I was doing to relax myself. But I would tap on the desk or on books, and I would make these mouth sounds. Even as a baby and a little child, I would make these sounds and did not know why I was doing them, but yet they would relax me. And that's just the way it was. The mouth sounds, the inaudible whispering, and I would whisper, soft talking, tapping sounds, all of that, and it would relax me, but I didn't understand why. Now I see. Now for some people they get tingles. I really have a hard time. I rarely ever get tingles anymore unless I use the thing in Walmart that they used to sell. They used to have it that it looks like a whisk and you use it on your head. That still gives me tingles, but that's about all I can think of. Rarely. Things every once in a while will give me tingles, but I just get relaxed by everything and can fall asleep to ASMR. The majority of ASMR. Now other people out there have made it something that it's not, and, turned it into something completely different, but it's originally for relaxation, and those that get tingles out there, that get tingles, and also for, it's really a hard to explain thing. It's hard to explain unless you actually go through it and experience it for yourself. As a child, people would think you're crazy, at any age who don't understand it. And I would be making those mouth sounds in kindergarten and through 3rd grade. But during nap time in kindergarten, I would make those sounds, and I didn't get why. But I didn't think anything about it. And the tongue clicking, that I would go like the mouth sounds, and then the tongue clicking, and then the tapping, and the inaudible whispering. I would do that all the time. I don't know if you can even hear it or not on here, on this built-in microphone on the tablet. But yeah, that was actually inaudible whispering, and tapping, and soft-spoken, and sounds, and the mouth sounds, and the whispering, and I didn't know what I was doing. I didn't know why I was doing that, but I just knew it relaxed me. I just knew it calmed me down. And and then it's made into something that it's not. The mouth sounds are made, that is not what it was intended to be, when, especially when when I was when I was in kindergarten. I mean, like, back then, that's definitely not the way I intended it. How people are making it out to be now, which I know it can be made to sound like that, but that's not the way that's not the way it was intended originally to sound for those that relax. There's a difference. There's a line drawn between relaxational and other. I'll just put it that way. But yeah, you know, when you're doing that and making those sounds in kindergarten, it's not meant to be something else. You know what I mean? But anyway, yeah. But for the entire ASMR experience, I had no idea that that's what was happening when I was in elementary school, and I would just get so relaxed, and it would just I couldn't even hold the pencil when I was writing, and someone was whispering or talking softly in my ear. I had no idea what they were saying, but I would say, "Wait, can you say that again?" Or "What were you saying?" Just to get them to whisper or talk softly again in my ears, because it was relaxing me, and it was making me feel something I couldn't explain, but it was so relaxing, so relaxing. This sounds so weird, I know, but unless you experience it for yourself. But yeah, that's what I went through. How I first experienced ASMR. A super relaxing experience that I didn't know how to explain, and I couldn't concentrate. It put me into a trance state. That's all I could state, a trance. And that's what happened. That was back in elementary school, some of my first ASMR experiences. So that's all for this video. I hope you enjoyed it. Peace, love, and many blessings. And as always, sweet dreams. Bye.